And a vape show, the wonderful people that we know. The wonderful Simon, Mr. Coyley. We've got the wonderful Salford as normal. And we've got our special guest, the man from the King's Custard, Jamie. Is it Jamie?
Jamie.
Whatever you want, bro. Whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
I'm going to start calling him Jamie now.
From King's Custard, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining us this wonderful Wednesday evening. It's been a week. Mr. Coyley, how are you?
I'm very well, very well. Still working hard, but yes, very, very, very good.
And how's the wonderful Mr. Salford?
Shattered. It's Wednesday. I've already done one show, and now I'm on another one because I'm a camo. But I'm fine. Bit lazy. Not done any reviews. That's about it.
Keep battling on, Salford.
Don't be picking on me. Captain, don't be picking on me.
We've had an absolute wonderful blast. These older gentlemen.
He just loves me. He just loves me to death. To death.
It's revenge for you taking the piss out of me before we started the show.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do this. Mr.
What's that?
Has got a brand Mr. McGonagall will be We want to know in chat, what do you think
about
Mr.
these?
Coyley's new glasses?
I should have got some. I was going to say I should have got some funny ones, but people might see them as funny ones, mightn't they?
Oculus Repairers.
Bastards.
I've been telling everybody else how to do it, and I've not done it.
Somebody says, Ryan's Bracer says you're muted, Eden. Oh, your audio is very low.
All right.
It's had an update, hasn't it? Again. Is that a little bit better? Should be a little bit better. Mike Orgs, we're up.
Yeah.
We're up and round. It might be better if I'm actually muted.
Yeah.
I think you look absolutely fantastic. Is that better? You'll be able to tell everybody if it is. Because, unfortunately, I forgot to pop chat out. I told everybody else. What they're saying, is that better?
I'm saying a little better. It's a little better.
It's a bloody little bit better.
It's a little better.
It's a little better. It's right behind back of me. Are you two alright, though?
Yeah,
As far as you know, guys, are we all alright in volume-wise for going out on stream? Can you let us know?
The biggest thing is don't worry about me.
Sound is low.
Am I better?
No, they're still saying it sounds low.
Right, we'll sort all that out. Don't worry about it.
Just you.
Just Aiden. It's just you, Aiden.
Lovely. Right, we'll go straight across to the wonderful Mr. Salford. What are you vaping on?
You know what? Not a lot, because I keep on getting told off every week, don't I?
No, we love it. We love it.
I've got my T18, which is what I've been on most of the day, and I've got the Praxis Banshee out with the LB on top, and that is it for me. That's all I've been using all day.
Oh, mate, you've got to have a couple more, surely.
I've got stuff that I've got on test, like them two. But you see, if I start doing all this lot, Simon starts getting a bit
carry on.
And things like this. I mean, that is all. I might as well toot on this now.
Where's the puff?
I've just had the pair of puffs in my hand. There's sweetie. There's one of the puffs, and there's the other one, sweetie. There's nothing like a yummer puff. There really isn't.
Yeah, well, did they send you one or then send the other one out here?
Oh, what's that? Oh, he went a bit loud then on me.
Am I allowed now?
I've turned you bloody down. I'm deaf on left side and it just vibrated like bloody hell. And I've still got other bits and pieces about, but I didn't want to upset Simon, you see. I could have got another 40 mods out, but he wouldn't let me.
Go for it.
That's basically it. Oh, no it's not, because I've got that out and I've been using that today. The Armour Prime with the OBS Creus IDA on top with some nasty juice, strawberry shit in it. But it's alright.
Some strawberry shit.
Shit.
Yep. I've never tasted strawberry shit. You really want to get this one because it's a really nice one.
Do you know what this is? I tried to do a profile, you know.
You tried to...
I tried to change the profiles around, you know, with the Sab Show and everybody else's.
Yeah.
So we should be alright in a minute. Go on. Right, down to
That's
Mr.
it.
Coyley. What have you got?
I'm not vaping on much. I'm on my still. I think I had this last week, so this is how sad I am. So I'm still on the paranormal. I nearly forgot the name of it again. Paranormal with the
Elitist bastard.
what?
Elitist
It's no word. It's no word.
The Zeus X on top of that, and when you was it you and Aidan? Or it was certainly Aidan last week was talking about Moorish Puff. My mouth was watering when you were talking about the different flavours. So I actually went and...
So your mouth waters about a Moorish Puff, does it? Well, you do know you need a Yammer Puff now then to go with the Moorish Puff.
You know, on the side, what does yours say? Does it say Cherish Vapor, or what does it say? Because I'm ready to do the reviews. I've got like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday to do this, and it's a part of my review of the 4 flavours I've got. So if you turn it round, it says 0 milligram, and then around the side it says Cherish Vapor.
Well,
you'll say something different.
On where the
top left, have you got a Union Jack or?
Yeah, I've got a Union Jack, manufactured by the glasses are doing the job.
And this is created by Cherish Vapor. There's a load of stuff going off about this. I sent an email and I've not had nothing back.
Ultimate Juice, it says on here. Unit 54.
James, I don't know if you'll know a little bit more about this. Obviously, you've been in the business. Do you know anything about it?
What's that? The manufacturing places?
Yeah, there's the Moorish Puff, which is popcorn and you have the sweet and everything else. And mine's got the Cherish Vapor. Now, apparently, there's another company who was the first company who did it, but these were the actual distributors, and they've then took it over.
It's probably a co-packing agreement.
It's a little bit funny. I think I'm still going to review them and then just see what happens, because you've got to set the review down. You set the review down, but
Very, very interested to hear what the popcorn stuff's like. To be fair,
I got this one, and I got the peanut butter and is it peanut butter and caramel popcorn or something like that?
Exactly what I've got. What the bag is.
Sounds brilliant.
So I've not tried that one yet. I'm just on the raspberry sherbet, which is really nice.
That's very Moorish, is it?
Very fruity. Yes,
Very fruity.
Yeah, fruity.
Fruity. It's a fruity puff.
I don't like anything that happens where people are ripping stuff off. So I'd rather do the right thing. But obviously, people send you stuff out, and you think, yeah. And I didn't really know the company who had it before, the Moorish Puff or anything like that. Which, if you look at your bottle, that is no difference, is it?
No, apart from.
So there we go.
No.
And then if you look on the side, mine's got that. There you go. See, yours got the other one, which is apparently you've got the original, and I've got the one that's not the original. So I'll tell you what. Just while we talk about this, obviously I've reviewed for Vapeaholics myself, done a lot for Vapeaholics, but obviously they brought out this new Haribo or Haribo.
I
know you actually reviewed it, didn't you, Salford?
No, it was coming in for review. I've had to send it back. Well, I've had to tell them to keep it. I got a lot of hassle about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people sitting down there. Now, I'm going to give my point on it, and obviously I want to know what your lots are. Now, you sat down there over the way we all are in America. They're getting rid of all the flavours and stuff like that, aiming for kids. So they've got the ferocious flavours. Dave Anthony, I know him really well, sat down there and reviewed his stuff, and also did an interview with him. So you've got this point where, do you think the UK could really start going, well, I'll tell you what, you're aiming at these at kids? He's got the Haribo, which is Haribo, with the actual gummy bear on it. Do you think he could have put that to the ferocious flavours, still kept the flavours what he had, but just put it to that way on? What do you think?
Well, I went in about labelling today and what have you. Now, if you remember when TPD come in, we got a few shops hit, didn't we? And they took away childlike labels. You know, the Mars bar stuff and the Bounty and that sort of stuff. But I haven't heard of any shops being raided since and them taking away child like labels. So we use existing laws at the moment to combat them things. But, you know, it's one of them things. It's going to happen, innit? It's going to happen, and it's going to happen a lot until there's some clear guidelines and legislation.
But if it happens, does that mean it's right?
What's right or wrong? You know what I mean?
Well, obviously, you're a great man for sitting on that fence. You've got to think yourself, not sitting on that fence, but playing devil's advocate. You know, you sat down there now with the FDA, who was sat down there saying, "Look, we're taking all the flavour bans out over in the US."
All the flavours off, yeah,
because of that, it's aimed towards children. If we're getting away with it here in the UK now because we don't have this sort of thing with their legislation, but if it starts that we're hitting people with it's Harry Bow.
Yeah.
Or Harry Bro, whatever you want to do to it. And you look, you've got these like little pictures of it.
Yeah.
It's not aimed towards children because you have to be 18 or over 18 to actually vape it. But why do you need it on there in the first place if you're not doing it?
People are saying it's IP theft because they're using the similar font and similar things like that.
Yeah.
The problem with that is it's not really a criminal offence. It's not. It's done through the civil court, so you have to get them on copyright and IP theft on that, and you have to use existing laws.
I don't think I'm actually sat down there thinking more about is it to do with IP theft or not IP theft, to do with the intellectual rights towards their thing. I'm actually on about a moral right of sitting down there, us as vapors, having to look at something that looks like a child's, and it looks like a Haribo packet.
Yeah. I understand what you mean, right? Devil's advocate. Back again. But when do we become judge and jury?
I think you come judge and jury when you sat down here, especially when you're a reviewer, and I'm a reviewer, and we're in this like sort of bubble of being a part of vapors who are not just part-time vapors.
So we've not judged it on a legal basis, we've judged it on a moral basis.
Yeah.
That's what we've done.
But do you think it's morally right?
I personally, and this is going to, I said it earlier, personally for me, labels, for every juice will be white labelled and just the brand on it. There's no need for all the colours, all the pictures, to have things on that are childlike. And James isn't going to agree with me, but he has got an absolutely fantastic label, as you can see from his own juices.
I'm just about to ring him in that.
Yeah. Can I just add one thing in just before you go?
Yeah.
Just to add another little spoke. No, put whatever it is anyway.
You're going to put my thing back. Go on.
Yeah. So I wonder how much of it's actually done for negative marketing. I wonder how many of these companies actually put it out there with a label like this because they know it's going to get exposure.
Yeah.
Well,
so
yeah. There's always that.
Why don't all three of us shut up? We've got a man here who is in the business. He knows what it's all about. James from King's Custard. It's so nice to have you here, bro. I met you at Expo. Obviously, you've been a big supporter of the Coily, and it is so nice to have you on the show. What's your opinion on this?
To be 100% honest, exactly what you said. Does it seem to be like a controversy part that sort of seems to be the thing? Can I have a question? The Haribo liquid, has anyone actually tried it?
No.
Right. Now, would you try it because of that branding? Would you pay money for it?
Me personally, not no.
Exactly. But this goes back to that. Do you remember Marika? The juice that was going to taste like McDonald's apple pie, and it featured the McDonald's M, and it came in a little apple pie packet. Now, on exactly the same principle, that's just inviting yourself into a world of shit with trying to take on McDonald's. But I have no idea how it still went on, but it seems to be not wanting to have a go, but the Manchester-based companies that seem to do this for short-term liquids, essentially just to catch your eye, in my eyes anyway.
Salford, it's your fault.
I can't help it. I can't help it. Well, it's not a short-term company. This, by the way, they do white label gear for a lot of branded companies. So it's not really on that basis, is it?
You can watch me into it. Just check me now if I'm a little bit louder than what I was before. It's my own fault for messing around with things. It's my stupid fault. I actually did an interview with him. Dave Anthony is a really, really nice bloke.
He really is, yeah.
I've met him. He's a top-class bloke. And I would love to get him on the show as well to see what he's the way it came from his marketing. Because the fact of is why when you've got Moorish flavours, is it not Moorish flavours, ferocious flavours, why can't you just add that to your own? Why can't you just add that to it?
It's another line, isn't it? It's another line because there's quite a lot of flavours already in the ferocious flavours. It's another line. I mean, don't forget they've got the Juicy Nerds, they've got the Fantasy,
they've got
ferocious flavours, Puffin Billy, and now the Haribo line.
So you've gone from a place of where you've got a decent set of a line, which is like the way of like they had the what's it called, thingy puff flavours.
Puffin
You
Billy.
want to say Hufflepuff for some reason, but it's not that.
Puffin Billy.
It's because he's got them glasses on. Puffin Billy, right? Puffin Billy, and then we've got the ferocious flavours, absolute corking flavours. And it's like now, if we look at the logo of the King's Custard, which you've got a new line coming out as well, haven't you? James?
Me?
Yeah, you've got a new line as well, haven't you?
So, at the minute we've got the custards and the creams. We're just working on a couple of things at the minute. We're doing a collaboration with a company from Sweden called Wanted E-Liquid. They do a gingerbread, which is absolutely unreal. So we've agreed to mix it with our custard to try and make like a gingerbread custard. The kind of thing.
I've done the taste test on that gingerbread and it is nice. It really is good.
It's but also they have another couple of good flavours as well. They've got like an English fudge, an After 8, which is actually pretty nice. Chocolate vapes to me are just very hit or miss. But yeah, I'm very excited about that. Really, that's the next thing that seems to be coming on. OG custard in 120 mils and the OG custard salt nicks in 10 and 20 milligram. They're just currently on the table for the next moves, really. So yeah, we're going, but we've just changed our label, funnily enough, again. But that was just because we were trying to jump onto the international market with all the different warnings in different languages, and also changing the flavour name onto the front of the bottle. Before it used to be on the side, and when you're working in a shop, you couldn't tell which one was different flavour. They were all the same colours when it came to the custards, and the creams were different colours. But yeah,
that's a great idea. You know, when you walk into a shop and you've got something very, very complicated, that's not so complicated. That were something that we got from the Vape mail. But you get a lot of things where there's loads of stuff going on the label, and you don't know what it is. So if you're sat down there looking for something different, you have a little bit of a look at it, and you think, well, what is it?
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. I mean, they say that the aesthetic pleasure of something when you look at it is worth 60% of whether you're going to pick it up or try it, just on what it looks like. People like yourselves and I don't bother about what the bottle looks like. We'll try it on good recommendation. Again, these adolescent labels with cartoons and fruits and stuff like that, for me, they make me want to skip past to the next one.
Nettie's just brought up a good point. Do you think it'll get to the point where they start applying, like they do with cigarettes now, applying packets and doing the same thing with e-liquid? Will they try to do that? America is obviously the first point. We'll still try. I mean, I know they wanted to ban flavours, but might a halfway house be to put
well, this is a little bit more that I was trying to say about this ferocious flavours and people who are doing these sort of things. I spoke on Salford show on Friday night, and I didn't really look at the label, and I said, well, you've got the fantasy stuff that came out, and
and there was a lot of hassle about that. There was a lot of hassle about that when that come out, that labelling. There was a lot of hassle about that.
But now, Chris Empire is one of my best mates. I love him so much. We're close mates. But he was actually on their screen. We went to one expo and he was on their screen. And we actually reviewed their liquid. So you sit down there, it's fantasy. But the only thing I don't like about it with the Harry Bro is that it's a little bit more... I know that's a drink. Is it the same?
It's standard, isn't it?
It's just that we don't want to be hitting with the same thing as the US is getting now.
Yeah, but that's been brought about by the Save the Children, hasn't it? I've looked at what the government are going to look at, or points the government are going to look at once we've got the Brexit in, and there's no mention about labelling. But we need some legislation on labelling.
But the only way it can be policed is through the, people suing other people for using the branding. It's like happened with IVG. That's the only way it's going to get kicked out.
You've got to look at the IVG range with the millions. Again, they had a brilliant spearmint there. They didn't have to put the name on it.
No.
Yeah.
They could have just gone, it's a spearmint, and it were a wonderful spearmint. And it's like, again, if they're having they could have a juice. They could have called it the Juicy Bear line. Or the Juicy something. Not use any of that.
It's the use of association, isn't it, as the marketing point.
Can you remember Lost Art liquids? Probably going back about 3 years ago.
Okay.
When it was in glass bottles, they used to have like a cartoon rabbit on one of the bottles, and I think there was an instance in America where a child had got hold of a 120ml bottle and unfortunately passed away, and then the FDA got involved and basically penalised Lost Art because I believe it was a Lost Art bottle that the kid drank. And basically, to get back at it, they left the label exactly the same. They just cut the cartoon rabbit out of it and just left that blank. Now, that was just to get around guidelines. Maybe these things coming from America while they're jumping on the flavours, maybe it's to try and combat certain areas of marketing that do appeal to children. I mean, in the UK, I don't know if many people know this, but Marshmallow from TFA has just been put on the banned list. I can tell you 30 juices off the top of my head that I know for a fact have marshmallow in it. But is anyone going to make any difference? And this kind of goes back to the whole thing about the TPD. If anyone can answer me any questions about this, but through my own endeavours with changing our custards, custard V1 was not going to pass tests. Capella will not even release an MSDS document on it because it has that much diacetyl in it. But I must be one of the only custard companies inside the UK that have changed their recipe to avoid custard V1, and not only that, but using any sort of banned V1s. We're on to V1s and pure DXs in this, and it was a long...
Did you say diacetyl?
Diacetyl, yeah. So custard V1 juices, I think it's the highest rated that you can get. To the point where they won't even release the document on it. So the thing that I kind of understand is with TPD, when people are paying for TPD testing, so okay, they submit a juice for testing, and then one of the ingredients, say whichever company is doing the testing, turns around and says, oh, well, you can't have that one, but we'll put it down on your sheet that you're using a different one. But, you know, what's to say and what is to penalise anybody for going against it? I mean, we kind of think that trading standards, that's something they would be interested in, but it kind of doesn't appear to be at all.
It's all in the band.
It almost seems to be that if you're willing to pay for TPD testing, then that is your sort of right to be able to sell it, really. But
the thing that obviously we all know when the TPD first came in, none of these 50ml short fills were really around. It was just around to get around it. A lot of people spent $5,000, $7,500, whatever, to try and get their juices through.
I've heard some
TPD.
horror stories to regards when the first TPD jump kind of came in.
Oh, you'll know more than me.
People were wanting to try and charge $4,000 and $5,000 to test each flavour, but then also telling them that they needed to charge pay per flavour per strength. That's insane.
We got told as reviewers that if you tested the higher nicotine level,
it goes through all the
rest of them. So if you, at that time, I think it was what 24, which is now only 20. Then you didn't have to do that. The diacetyl bit of it, which I'm not sure. Did you say that you used that before, or? So
the original recipe before TPR testing came out, we used to use Custard V1. Now probably going back about 14 months ago, something like that. That was when we started to decide. When we knew that it was going to happen, that was when we started doing development to change the flavour, but try to keep the flavour as close to the original as possible. Now, don't get me wrong, it was never going to be to everybody's taste. There's always going to be somebody out there that has got a problem with it. But in the benefit for us, the old flavour used to destroy coils too quick. Yeah. Now, after that, now we've changed a few bits, it seems to last a little bit better.
But the old V1 flavour was so much nicer, so much more buttery. Once diacetyl was assessed as being a problem, I think that killed a lot of juices off because people couldn't use Capella's V1 anymore.
Yeah, and I kind of expected a lot of people to actually hang up the gloves, but you know, a lot of people still seem to be doing it. But there's a lot of people out there that are still using Custard V1. Now, I have heard of a disclaimer system that if you advertise the fact that you still use Custard V1, apparently it's accepted. It's down to the user, not down to the company. Mm. Now, I wouldn't know anything about that, so I'm going to have to back out of that one. But for me, I just wanted to be right.
Well, you can't disclaim it against harm or injury or death.
Exactly.
So therefore that wouldn't count. That statement on there wouldn't count, would it?
There you go. Cheers for clearing that up,
let's
mate.
just sort of like go to our chat here that we've got. We've got Andre Vaken. Come on, popcorn lung only happens 3 times a year for all the globe. I don't think I've actually heard of anything to do with popcorn lung ever. And that's just going on me. I think popcorn lung was to do with in the 1950s, right, Mr. Salford? To do with
it's more recent than that. It comes from the popcorn industry and actually making it, and the amount of diacetyl that was in the air. They associated it with it. Associated, get that word, associated. They have never proven that the diacetyl caused the problem.
Right.
But there's nothing ever been proven.
And let's not forget that when we smoke, or when we used to smoke, we were taking 400 times more diacetyl in than what you would from any vapor.
There you go. That's exactly right. I always thought that the diacetyl case was for like a microwave popcorn packet. And if you imagine that someone had worked in there for 30 years, they might have been the case that then brought it to light. But that's exactly the same with 2-pack paints for old paint shops. We knew that was that was not good for the people who were using it, but they still used it.
I'm certain that I've read back that this is supposed to have come from like the 50s, 60s, of when they worked in factories as well.
It's a bit more recent than that, but it's the people who was working in that industry for a long time.
I'm only going to what I thought I've read is that it was older. It was actually people who was in them factories years ago, because obviously popcorn's been around for a long, long time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's not like a new thing. And it was people who was in factories that thought that had got lung disease from it.
It's getting that. See, the diacetyl was used to get that buttery flavour into the popcorn.
Yeah.
And that's where the association comes with it. But it's never been actually proven that diacetyl was the problem with popcorn lung. So it could have been a combination of different gases in the air that was causing that problem.
But people in chat, please let us know if you know any more than what we know. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know about you, Simon, there hasn't actually been a proven case of popcorn lung ever.
No, it's when you look on social media, it's the clickbait, isn't it? It's everyone. It's vaping causes popcorn lung, vaping, and it's just clickbait. That's all it is. And as I said, and as Village has just said, and as Dave's just said, I think you said one of the two you said about there's more diacetylene cigarettes than there is in any e-liquid that you're ever going to buy.
Yeah.
So, and they're not out. You know, all right, there's anti-smoking, but there's nobody out banning smoking because it's got diacetyl. They're not stopping approving cigarettes because they've got diacetyl in them. So,
with the diacetyl thing for myself, that's a production guideline. Personally, myself, I've still got some concentrates in the back from a long time ago that I'm just going to let sit there. I made a bottle up for myself, like a banana biscuit, using all the stuff that they said that I shouldn't. It tastes absolutely bloody beautiful, and it really pains me that I can't release it.
Did you have to search as well? Have yours tested for, is it acetylene?
So, say for instance, I can't remember, they test for about 10 chemicals now.
Yeah.
Also, they test for bacteria in the e-liquid.
Yeah.
Correct nicotine administration if it's a TPD. It's been a long day, matey. I'm gonna leave that one as it is because I cannot remember what I'm talking about on that one.
Yeah, it could be that way. Big shout out to Jason, not suitable to mum. If you want to go over there, subscribe to him, a great bloke. I'll tell you what, while we're actually on everything about your company, we met with Simon in October. Absolutely fantastic bloke. First of all, I'd want to know about how did you start your vaping journey? How did it happen?
So we had do you know what? I'd just left security, and our lass's dad had said that he was going to open a vape shop. And he said to me, look, you've just left your job, do you fancy working in it? I thought, yeah, go on then, I'll give it a go. And at the time I still smoked. I had it in my head that I was going to then go outside the shop and go around the back and have a fag and come back in. After first week of starting in the shop, that went straight out. And then the enthusiasm started. I remember the days of buying American bottles of liquid. Back in the day when we started doing thick, like sort of cloud juices, we did custard and we did blue slush. That was the only two things that you could sort of come in and ask for. And then obviously that year, I think it was 2013, maybe 2014. I think we went to Vape Fest. And then, my eyes were open from there. And then it was through a lot of years of trying people's juices and been very... back in the day, like 4 or 5 years ago, people didn't want to share secrets on making juices because they didn't want you making money that they possibly could have made. And, everyone got quite funny about it. And I thought to myself, right, I must learn how to do this. I must learn how to do it. 3 years I've not been able to make juice. Made some absolutely shocking juices. And then I actually spoke to someone about it. And then I started to learn a few techniques that really made a lot of sense to me. Falling in and out of vaping over the years, not necessarily the industry that really pissed me off, it was just some of the characters that the industry sort of had in it. And then, obviously, been in retail as well, working in the shop, I'd had a few experiences with a few certain juice companies that I didn't like and basically wanted to create something that had a better image more than anything, really. Then we had a biker who came into the shop, and this is where the original custard flavour came from.
Wasn't the biker, were it?
No, it wasn't the biker, no. But basically, he was a guy that I did not want to say no to. And he came in and basically said, I want you to make me a custard. And I thought, right, shit. Okay. And I made him this bottle, I made it fresh, and said, like, leave it 2 weeks, come back to it. He left it 4 days, and he came back in and said, I want 2 litres. And then I started thinking to myself, maybe I've got to try this custard. And then we tried it out, and then my partner at the time, we said, look, we can't sit on this, we're going to have to do something with it. And then that's where we started putting the wheels in motion.
Could we just say while you're actually talking, we are going to have a giveaway, aren't we?
Yep, we've got you, we've got the full line, all 7 in here.
Can I enter?
Ladies and gentlemen, make
you
sure
don't need
you
to
stay
enter.
around. We're going to be giving this away in roughly about 15 minutes. I just wanted to say that so we carry on, so we know what we're doing.
But yeah, being the retail side of electric cigarettes, when you run a shop, it can get very negative at some point. All the he said, she said stuff, and all this, products this, reviewers this. No offence, fellas.
I'm not taken. I mean, none taken.
For a change.
But
Don't you start.
I love these two.
It's getting worse.
But yeah, no. Where do we go from that? And then we made the decision to jump into sales. Were going pretty well, and then we decided to go to Vape Expo. Since that, we've just been to Steamer's Paradise over in Germany. We're going to be on stand with ODB and Sad Boy E-Liquids at Hall of Vape. I think we're going over for another show over in Aachen, another Steamer's Paradise one. That should be pretty fun. And then let's just see where we can get to from here. The whole kind of point of this is I'm not really interested in making an absolute shitload of money. I'm just interested about having a good product, and not only that, but selling it how we think it should be sold.
I think if anybody has tried King's Custard, which I think I've still got a couple of little balls here, it is a wonderful product.
Thank you, mate.
Me and Simon love it, don't we?
We do.
It was
Absolutely.
the first time I tried it, mate, was given out with a coily.
Oh, right.
Just let me say, there's nothing wrong with making money out of a good product.
No, you're right. You're right. No, totally right.
By the way, what's your website?
The website, www.thekingscustard.com.
There you go, guys.
It is due for overhaul at the moment. A couple of other little things going off at the moment.
Can you get that in chat, please, Mr. Coyley?
Yeah.
It will all be down in the links in the after show. If you're watching this as the after show, it'll all be down in the links there.
Because I never advertise.
Expo in May.
Say that again, buddy.
Are you going to be in Expo in May?
I'm not 100%. The UK market at the minute is incredibly saturated. Things seem to be going off for us in Europe a hell of a lot more. We're just in the process of jumping out to Bulgaria at the minute, which is for me that was a trip. Seeing that in my inbox on Monday morning, seeing that somebody from Bulgaria did. I mean, fair enough, we've been to Germany, but Germany's only halfway to Bulgaria. How have they found out about our product?
Yeah, I'd say it's a really good product. If you've not tried the King's Custard, it's one of the top custards you can get. What do you think about it, Mr. Coyley?
You got somebody in the chat there, Sean Thompson, James, who said I've been on OG Custard Straight for over 6 months. So
Bill Richards has got one of the custards as well at the moment. He's using, loves it.
Yeah.
But we must remember it's an international family. If you get a good person that gets out there, you know, word of mouth.
That's exactly it. I mean, this is the bit that never gets boring for me. Say, for instance, when we went to Germany, one of the guys to the left-hand side, he was from Preston. That was absolutely crazy. And then to the other side, we got some German guys, and we didn't realise it, but they had quite a big company. I really would say their name, but it's escaped me for the minute. I'm really sorry, fellas. But those German guys, one of them said, I know he got out of a BMW 760 V12, and I questioned him about it.
You remember the car that you were in, but you can't remember his name.
Mate, this car was absolutely insane. He said, I just got it back out of the garage this week. I said, what did you have done to it? I had the 2 turbos put on it. Where do you get your kicks, A&E? Bloody hell.
A&M.
Hey. But yeah, the German market over there, it just seems to be completely different to what it is here. People are proud of their electric cigarettes than over here. Definitely a completely different market. But yeah, where we're going to get to next? Where we're going, I have no idea. But let's see how far we can take it.
Yeah.
So, as one of your, what do you vape on? So tell me what you're vaping on now.
Right, well, I'm on. It's so bad to be vaping on your own juice, isn't it? How bad is that?
Not bad at all.
I'm on the lemon today. That's on the El Funda with a conspiracy idea on top. Nice little tip there. And then I try to stay away from custard at the minute. These taste buds.
Custard out.
Oh mate, I'm permanently custard out. I have to wait until I go to shows just so I can taste it. But yeah, no, there we got banana custard. That is on Comp Life Spectrum. Nice little piece there.
Nice.
Love that. But yeah, it comes to something when you only vape your own juice. How bad's that?
No, it just shows that you love your own juice. That's a big thing.
You'll see that James is a mech man as well. If you want to see somebody blowing clouds, you've got to watch James in a cloud comp.
Oh.
I'd love to see that. Do you know my brother, Solo? He's a reviewer as well. He's a massive mech mod fan. He's brilliant.
I have to tell him to get in touch. We'll have to tell him to get in touch.
He absolutely loves it. He loves that sort of stuff. Can I just say something as well? You know, like when we met in October, you was the most loveliest man.
Thank you, mate.
And I'll tell you the reason why, because we're both chubby blokes, aren't we?
That's it.
We're both, and we've got photographs together. I've got them. I should have got them out to show people. Now I'd gone down because Mr. Coyley was coming down to see you, wasn't he?
That was
I
it.
turned up to your store and I went, Mr. Coyley here? And you went, no, but don't worry about it, because you had some chairs down at the side, didn't you?
Come sit down, yeah.
Yeah, come on, bro, sit down. And we had to talk about the brand. We had to talk about you. I had a bit of a try. And you made everybody feel welcome. Now, I was there for 3 days. And every time I come round your stall, the same sort of thing happened. You was not just only one people going, hey, try it, buy it. You was sat down there. You wasn't pressuring anybody to buy it. You wanted people to try it. And you brought them all down, have a little talk. Let's see what I'm about. The whole thing about our family, which that's what you said to me. It's a family of the King's Custard. Yeah,
we got the family just keeps getting bigger and bigger. It seems to incorporate people that we do business with. We've got the team. Big shout out to Sean Thompson, team captain there. He holds it down, and the rest of the boys are absolutely brilliant. If you haven't seen any of the pictures that those guys get up to, check our Instagram out, because they get reposted all over there. Some next level pictures there. These people that I meet, you guys, any ones that I meet at show, this is what makes it all worth it. You know, as I said, it's not about making the money. You know, other people, look, I know that it's their prerogative and stuff, but for me, I'd just much rather have a...
Simon, you spoke massively highly about him, didn't you?
Yeah, and that's the thing with James. You know, when we were walking around Expos with with Helen, and like as you were walking down the aisles, there was somebody there that was just dragging you in. You know, come and see my juice. Hard sell all the time, whereas your stall was completely the opposite. It was, as you said, Aidan, it was like just come in, you know, try some, have a sit down, have a chat, no pressure, and that for me is how it should be done.
Yeah.
And
Captain Sexy Pants is asking, do you do international shipping?
We could do international shipping for you, Sexy Pants.
I like that, Captain Sexy Pants.
He's a great bloke.
That's
if you're
what
not
I should have been
channel
called.
out, make sure you go over and check his channel out, and his wife's absolutely wonderful as well. Make sure you go over and check him out.
But other things as well is one thing I got to say. I don't know if you've heard of a reviewer from over my island called Fig Jam. Fig Jam kind of got added to the family because he didn't contact us first. He bought the line of juice and did a review. He didn't even tag us in it or anything, and we found it. And we got in contact and basically got to know him. Really nice guy. And basically said, thanks very much for the review. Do you mind if we send you a thank you? And he was he couldn't believe it. He just was like, oh, I don't really get it. And since then, you know, what a guy. He came over. He came all the way from Ireland to Expo. Came down, did a bit on the stand and everything. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But this is exactly what I'm saying. It's the people that you meet. This is what makes it rewarding to me. I still don't have a Ferrari. I still drive a Renault Megane, but still.
And before that, he was driving around in a Nissan Micra.
Yep, those were the days, peddling juice in a Nissan Micra.
Yeah.
Do you know what? As a company, and I'm sure Salford would sell this as well, that we are, us as people who review, you know, when you get a company that actually sort of like sticks by you, likes what you've done. Like you said, he bought the juice first and reviewed it.
That's exactly.
Which means a lot to you.
To me,
it's not like you've just sent that out for a review. And
That's
so I don't actually know the reviewer who you actually meant, but I'm going to find him and I'm going to subscribe to him. That's the type of thing that we like, because we get a lot of blind reviews. I don't know about you, Salford. Yeah. You get stuff sent out, you'll review it.
Me? No one sends me anything.
And you never get...
Wonder why?
Excuse me.
No. I was on about juice wise.
All right.
I've only got 2 coilies left as well. I've given 2 away this week.
Did you ask permission?
Yeah, I did. I'll tell you what, these lads have just started vaping and stuff, and they've gone from... I gave them 2 starter kits. And they've gone now and they've bought themselves a proper kit where they want to go on to direct to lung. So I said, there you go. I give the 2 coilies out, a bit of juice as well. Try these, and they went, oh, this is your. I'm telling you now, Mr. Coily, I'm actually gonna record them next time we're in club, and they'll tell you, this is so much simpler. That's what they said. This is so much simpler. He said, I kept getting, you know, when you glow your coils up, because they hadn't cut the legs properly, one side was glowing up more than the other.
Yeah.
And what they're saying is because they can do it, bang, absolutely fantastic.
There you go.
Well, I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, please put loads of comments in. We are going to do the winner of the giveaway, which is so nice from the King's Custard.
I think just going back in chat, it was part of your team, James, Sean Thompson, said, guys, if you're doing a giveaway with King's Custard, I'll throw in a full line of Kings.
There you go.
What did he say?
Where was that?
You said not far back up. You just said, if you're doing a giveaway with King's Custard, I will also throw in a full line of Kings.
There you go. So you've got 2 lines to give away now.
Yeah.
That is absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
Person.
Pardon?
I said thank you very much, Sean Thompson.
Yeah, big up Sean Thompson. He is he's the man.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got 2 winners of this. We've got 2 winners of it.
How are we going to do it?
So, do you know how we're going to do it? Because we spent 25 minutes sorting out Nightbot.
Acid through rushing my tea.
Rushing his tea. He's got heartburn.
Yeah.
He had 2 passes last week. He was fine with the 2 passes last week. So I'll tell you what, I've got to do this because I haven't made you all admin. So I've got to put. So your first winner, ladies and gentlemen, put all your comments in.
What are they going to comment, Aidan?
Nothing.
I thought we put it in as a word, Aidan.
Aidan, yeah, you need to put it in as a word.
Remember?
Kings.
No, that was before.
Indigestion.
No, that was before. We have to put an exclamation mark winner.
Yeah, but you put a keyword in.
No, that was before.
Yeah, that's the keyword that needs to go in, so you can put the I winner in to get it.
Yeah, but that was the other one. We went to winner, to the other bit. We'll try winner first. We'll try it. We'll just try it. Ladies and gentlemen, just keep commenting. We're going to try winner first. And if not, Salford is right. And I probably will be wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, I spend my life being wrong. Okay, so we're going to press winner for the first
Mail,
one.
what do you expect?
So what happened?
Nothing.
Absolutely fuck nothing.
Don't forget there's a cool down period on it.
Okay, cool down period. We don't know. We're going to wait. If not, it's going to be Kings.
We've got a screen full of professionals here.
Yeah.
No,
I'll type in winner in.
You my baby. Okay, that didn't work. I'm absolutely wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, put Kings, which is this way. Stick it in your chat. Everybody stick Kings. And we've got 2 chances of this.
2 chances.
2 chances.
I was going to say,
So how
just
do
in
I make
case,
Kings work? Salford, how do I make Kings work?
I told you I've not done it that way. I do a normal roll myself. You have to put I winner in. That picks a winner then, doesn't it?
Well, that's what I thought.
From the keyword.
We just put Agtash.
wow.
Win.
And don't forget, guys, you can only put it in once normally, otherwise it kicks it out.
Oh. I can't even fucking spell now.
Just while everyone's writing Kings, I'll just in case everybody doesn't know the flavours. Sorry, mate. Salford.
No, go on. You're right.
So we've got these are the custards. We've got OG custard, banana custard, and a cinnamon custard. The OG custard is our original house blend. That's what we use as a base. And then with the banana custard, We tried to go for an actual banana taste, not like the foam banana sweets banana that everybody seems to use. Cinnamon, no, the cinnamon custard. When people see it, they're immediately like, "Oh no, it's all right. I don't really like cinnamon." I always encourage them to try it because it's like a hint of cinnamon. Cinnamon's a very strong concentrate anyway, but and we didn't want to put too much in and put people off it, so that's a nice one. And then with the creams, we got the Loganberry cream. That's a good one. Rainbow cream, lemon cream, and Off the Rails, which is a banana cinnamon cheesecake cream. No custard in that whatsoever. It's it's a hell of a lot healthier for your coils than the custard as well.
Can I be cheeky and ask you, are you using ripe banana then?
No.
No.
Nope.
Ooh, interesting.
We usually in the Off the Rails we use 3 different types of banana and two different types of cinnamon, and then in the original cinnamon is just 1 type of cinnamon. As I said, we didn't want to overload it with too much cinnamon and put people off it. Yeah,
because when I'm making a banana juice, I use two bananas, but I use a ripe banana as well.
Yeah. Is that, which company is that?
What the one I'm using?
If you don't mind me asking.
I think it's Flavour Apprentice.
Right. Okay.
Flavour West, one of them.
Nice.
Keep my baby out now.
I don't make juice that often, only with tobacco these days.
That's one thing that we're looking at the minute. We've had a lot of requests for a tobacco custard, like a OG blend that features tobacco in it. Which,
yeah. The
only thing is, I have no experience with tobacco juices whatsoever. I've got experience with fruity juices, creamy juices, fruity menthols, cool-arders, but when it gets to tobacco, I don't vape tobacco juices myself, so it's a very difficult one to do.
Right.
So,
you'd have to try quite a lot of different ones from Turkish onwards.
Yeah.
Because they all have the subtle hints, and obviously you've got the ones that just taste like a dirty ashtray.
Yep.
So it's a bit hit and miss with tobaccos. You have to try a lot before you make a blend up.
That's it. It's going to take a lot of work, that one.
Yeah.
We have got something in the MIPS for next year. We were going to do it this year, but we just didn't have enough time. Christmas special eggnog custard. That is ready to go. You can taste every individual part to that. You can taste a little bit of brandy in there. All right, so that will be out at Christmas somewhere from November onwards, I think. But it'll only be limited edition over Christmas. You'll probably be able to pick it up from people's sale bins in February. Try it then.
Right, I've rolled it. I've done all sorts with it, but it's still not working.
Go back into Nightbot.
Yep, in it.
Right. All the top. Is it showing you who's eligible down the side?
It says part channel at the top, so that means it's done right. So I go to the left hand side.
Yeah, in the
giveaways.
Somebody said you need to specify the keyword before you do it in chat.
Yeah. Yeah, we did that earlier. We put the keyword in.
What was the key?
It was Kings.
Alright, okay.
One question. I have got a small question for Sean Thompson. As he said, he's been on OG for 6 months, and he's just put Rainbow Cream is absolute fire. Does that mean that you've ditched taking OG and you're on the Rainbow now, Sean? I'm dying to know. His next care package is just OG, so if he likes the Rainbow, it's going to have to change.
Aidan, share your screen to me. Right, keyword, right. All the top one, users, everything needs to be... No, they need to be blanked out. When you put them in blue, you're stopping them from actually being drawn.
So we're there with the...
Yeah, all of them. Get rid of all the blue that's around them. It should be blank. That's it. Right. What's your keyword and put hashtag Kings.
So I have to put hashtag.
Put hashtag Kings. Yeah. Just put an hashtag in front of it.
No.
No. Hashtag. That's it. Yeah. Right, guys, we're going to have to draw this again. So we need to put hashtag Kings in, and then when you're ready, Aidan, Well, but keep that screen up for a minute and make sure everybody's eligible.
We are very, very sorry. It's the first time we've done this of the Nightbot, so we're hoping it's going to work.
Aiden's had a 2-second tutorial of where to put things.
I wish you'd have been there when I got my kids.
Flat Cat Vape possessed
No,
Just read that side. I've just read that side.
So, James Drawbridge, would you class yourself as a mixologist, a juice maker, a magician, a mixer? Shit, it's just scrolled up.
Your friend that you haven't met yet. That's the only thing I'm going to have to say.
Say that again, sorry.
I'm not a mixologist. I'm a company owner, but in the exact same respect of it, I'm your friend that you haven't met yet.
That's nice.
Is it called an alchemist?
Would you call it an alchemist?
I don't know. He trying to make gold from lead.
So Hagtash Kings, people. I'm not watching it.
Hagtash.
So. Hagtash, that's what I say.
Hagtash,
Hagtash no mash. Do I need to press it now then?
Yeah, press roll. Right, guys, time's up. Press roll.
Right, start giveaway. I pressed it. Is it working?
We'll find out. I'll come up at your end first of all, and Nightbot, and tell you.
It ain't doing no shit.
Have you got people who've been eligible down the side of it?
No. Unfortunately, chat embedded isn't available for your YouTube yet.
Got a shout out, Greedy Gowland as well. Big up Milky.
Right. That's going to be a problem then.
It's all right, you say
Just an understatement. That's a major problem.
You didn't say out about that before. It says part
No.
channel.
He shouldn't do, because he should be. Nightbot should be a moderator in your channel. In fact, I haven't seen any of the links come up.
Darren Robertson. Hashtag trainwreck.
Hashtag usual show.
So what we're gonna do? How we're gonna run this, Simon? How we're gonna
Question.
run
We need to have a question, like a number question. I'll have a think. Just chat amongst yourselves 2 minutes. Closest to.
So we all went silent when you said chat amongst yourselves.
where does King's Custard come from?
Ooh.
Yes. Which company actually manufactures King's Custard?
I don't mean it that complicated.
No.
Actually,
Google is your friend.
Here's one for you for the other bottle. Something that I've said. Where was the show that we went to in Germany? Which? Oh, sorry, I fucked this one up already. But still,
We're never going to remember the German name of a show. I'm telling you that now.
Never. Right.
They might remember who was to one side of you and where they was from.
Right. So, first question is who manufactures the King's Collection? Which company manufactures the King's Collection? And you will find it on Google.
Everybody go and use your Google fool.
If anyone's got a bottle there,
We did.
it'll tell you on the bottle.
Log in. So what's the first question?
Simon?
Sorry? The first question is which company manufactures King's Custard?
There you go.
What did you say? The Nightbot had not logged in?
It says part logged in. What's it dashboard? It says part
No,
channel.
part login, that means come off being logged into the channel.
I'm not logged into the channel.
No, he's saying if you hit that, it'll come off the channel as a moderator. It's part login. In other words, come out.
Yeah, but I'm on Nightbot and it says part channel.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't hit that button. It's in red.
Yeah.
Because it's actually acting as a moderator, but it doesn't seem to be doing its job.
That f***ing thing.
I never have any problem with mine.
I think my question might be too difficult because people aren't getting it.
I think it is as well. I think we should.
Right, I've got one. Wait, just wait there 1 minute. I've got a question. Talk among yourselves. 1 minute.
Fucking Harry Potter's on his way.
Yeah.
Oh, hold a minute. Oh, whoa, hold a minute. We've got fucking Hufflepuff. Hello?
He's going to wave his magic wand about in the
Yes,
back.
ladies and gentlemen, apparently he's got the wrong wand. Yes, apparently he wanted one with a a donkey's tail, not a dragon's tail. Yeah, you're right. He always says that. It's okay. Thank you very much for calling. Bye bye. Where's he gone?
John waving his
We'll
magic
be
wand
having a
about.
show here somewhere in the right way. I can't believe that didn't work. We spent ages on it.
Yeah, all 10 minutes.
Yeah, but that's ages in our life.
All the 10 minutes altogether on night, but only 2 minutes on the actual game.
Right. So, as some people will know, somebody just got the answer to the first. People have got the answer to the first question, so I'll use my second.
Yeah. So
my second.
Who was the first?
Orion's, I think. Although it is spelt wrong, Orion's. The first correct spelling is Eat My BB.
Whee.
So it depends how pedantic you want to be.
How pedantic are you going to be, Captain?
We'll leave it to James. James, you can decide.
I like the pass off there. That was a smooth off that was.
It's his giveaway.
So
you know what?
We've got 3 of them, which is one says it's Rye Labs, then Relabs, and then Relabs and Relabs.
James, your choice.
Are you going to do them because people are dyslexic, or?
I'm going to
That's
take
just making it worse.
Orion's braces, because that was the first. Even though it wasn't spelt right, it was still on, and then he does put underneath it Rye Labs as well. So congratulations, Orion's braces on that one.
Alan, what an absolute bloke he is.
There you go, Alan.
You've won the first one. Right, the second question.
Right, the second question is, as some people will know, I've just started selling coils on the Coily Tool website. How many pots of coils do I currently have in stock? And it's a number. How tight shall I make this? Between 100 and 150.
Wow, that's a good one.
And
While we're doing that, while people go and find this stuff out, we'll go straight to James. What's new coming from your company?
So, we're just about to do the 120 mils OG custard because we've been asked for a lot for that. OG custard in 20 milligram and 10 milligram salt nicks. They're just in the mix at the moment. What else is going on? Over the next year, you'll see more and more of the range going to salt nicks and 120 mils as well. So we've just done some new T-shirts, but I don't have one to hand. How good is that?
They come in large sizes.
They come all the way up to 4XL, made for the big fellas.
They fit me, so the 4XL fits me.
So normal XL, you've got to have plenty of them then.
Yeah.
Salford, some of us eat.
So do I, but then I end up with a load of acid because somebody calls me away.
Is there anything else that's going on? We've got some new promotional material coming out this next year. One thing we've always wanted to work on is a King's Collection deck of cards to give away. Because a good deck of cards, you hold on to a good deck of cards, and that was what we were basically thinking. So,
well, that's what the American government did, didn't they? With when they went to Iraq.
Right? Ah, right. Okay. Yeah, I had seen that with the
Most Wanted.
Yeah, 52 Most Wanted.
Just so you know, I'm watching chat. Nobody's got it yet. There's been a couple that have been quite close, but nobody's actually got it yet.
Oh.
My chat's
you have to watch chat. There's only you knows the number.
I'll send it to. I'll put it in the.
Here we go. There they are.
I'll put it in chat once, in our chat once.
And while you're doing that, somebody will guess the right number.
So,
Yes,
okay, he's going to put it on. Where are you going to put it into ours?
Somebody has got it right. Just let me double check that nobody's got it before them. It is, I believe, if somebody wants to confirm, the number is 134, and I believe Ian Morgan has got it. And if anybody just wants to double.
Braces and Ian Morgan, who have won the 2 full ranges of the King's Custard. How look at that! Lucky people. I don't know how to word this. Please get hold of us. In fact, get hold of Mr. Coyley.
And also tell him whether you want salt shots or whether you want freebase nick shots as well. We'll throw them in too.
Oh, wicked! That's so nice. Well, Mr. Coyley, we haven't even talked about Mr. Gottlieb, have we?
I didn't even get a chance to finish what my vaping on, and you haven't know what you're vaping on at all.
And we didn't even say any hellos to people in chat.
No, I've been trying to keep up. And you didn't even get a chance, Aidan, to say what you were vaping on at all.
No, but we had things to talk about. It's good when you got a show like that.
It's good.
Is there anybody on after us? I don't know if there's anybody on after us.
I don't know.
People maybe in chat. So I'll tell you what, the winners, make sure you get hold of Mr. Coyley. He will sort that all out because he's a little bit more connected than I am. I'm not quite sure if there's a show after us.
I can't say anything on there at the moment because I normally get notification if like Pete's on or anybody like that. But I'm not getting notification.
The Bobster says you lucky buggers for winning it.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what, if we've got nothing, unless you've all got to get off, have you all got to get off or?
No,
I'm all right. Yeah.
So I'll tell you what, let's do a little longer. Are you all right, James?
Yeah, I'm good for a bit longer.
So,
yeah.
Let's talk
Extended
about
show.
the news. Obviously, the news bit that we had was I get to put a picture up as well.
No pissing mess. Sorry, no, I don't swear, do I? No messing about this week. No.
You was going to swear then, Simon?
No, nearly.
You've not gone very too long.
Gottlieb, the knob.
Do not say fuck or bugger.
Yeah, no, I put the knob up, actually, if I'm honest with you. It actually took about 6 conversations if we spelled knob right.
Yeah, in chat, what is the correct way to spell knob when it's not the knob on the door? We had an argument about this before, as well as the argument about
no one
glasses.
had an argument. We had a discussion.
We had a debate, yeah. So,
I tell you what, it's a good job
that was what I said, James, as well.
2 men scrapping, 2 old men as well. If I want to.
So, Doctor, do you pronounce it Gottlieb? Because I keep calling him Gottlieb. Gottlieb. Dr. Scott Gottlieb resigned from his role as FDA commissioner. Everybody else is agreeing with my spelling of knob, by the way.
Yep.
It is hard, and Dr. Scottlib said, "It is hard for me to write this note to share with you the news that I'll be leaving my job as the Commissioner of Food and Drugs in the next month. There's perhaps nothing that could pull me away from this role other than the challenge of being apart from my family for these past 2 years and missing my wife and 3 young children." Read the letter which the FDA tweeted. Gottlieb has been currently commuting from Washington to his home in Connecticut, yada, yada, yada. In 2017, public health activists and vapers alike breathed a sigh of relief when the FDA had announced a new comprehensive plan for tobacco and nicotine regulation. Sod off, Hayden. Under this plan, the much disputed pre-marketed tobacco applications were delayed until 2022, and the agencies had emphasised a change in the stance towards harm reduction products such as e-cigarettes. It said threats to the vaping industry. Meanwhile, in recent months, the FDA had adopted a harsher stance, and Gottlieb has even warned e-cig manufacturers that vaping products could be taken off the market altogether if they fail to abide by the agency's demands. To date, there are no updates who may replace Gottlieb, but many public health experts and vapers alike will be holding their breath, hoping that the new commissioner, Behave, will be sensible in promoting regulations that are relative to risks, and that any decisions will be based on sound scientific data. Caught you, Salford.
Do you know what the biggest thing is? He's gone, but who's going to take over?
Oh, this is the thing, isn't it? It's like when what's his name died in Korea, North Korea. I think they ended up with possibly a worse leader than they had previously.
And a lot of the people vote for him, you know, in Congress and stuff. So yeah, it'd be nice to see who's going to take over. I think hasn't somebody actually been announced?
I don't know.
It's a lady, I think, or something like that. But yeah,
a lady.
A lady. It's a lady. It's a lady vapor. The thing is, obviously he's done his bit, and now he's going somewhere else to do with actual vaping, isn't he?
I don't know, actually. I've not seen anything subsequent to that because I was a bit slack with getting the news on anyway.
Well, didn't he have a partial ownership of a juice company or something that he had to give up to become the?
I hear the same.
Ed.
Did you? Do you know, James?
Not a clue. Not a clue.
Yeah, I think he had something to do with that. Anybody know in chat if he? I'm near enough certain that he had something.
It was a juice company. He had, or a couple of juice companies. He had interest in. He had money in.
Fantastic.
No, I can't comment on that one, mate. Yeah. Don't know about that one.
It's nice, ding dong, the witch is gone. But what we're gonna get else?
And I think that's the thing. It could end up worse, couldn't it, than it is now? Better the devil you know.
John Major, didn't we, last time?
Well, let's face it. When they come in, the vapors in America thought, yes, we've got a vapor on side. Somebody who knows the industry, and it didn't work out that way, did it?
Surely it's money comes into that.
Of course it does.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Didn't Mr. Trump say he was going to address the vaping issue? He was going to sort of stop all this ridiculous stuff.
What, is he
when
going to
coming
open
his
his
power.
door?
Yeah, I think he did,
possibly.
but unfortunately he got so sidetracked about a wall.
Yeah. Try to build a wall. He
Trump
didn't say that he was going to try and build it out of juice bottles, empty juice bottles, though, did he? That's the thing.
10 mil.
Get the super glue. That one there. That one there.
Well,
I see Cards Against Humanity bought a section of the wall to stop him from completing it, but surely they'll just do a U around the part that they've bought.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, or either that or charge them triple to make them buy it back.
Dig a tunnel underneath it.
It worked for the Mexicans.
Thank you, Ian Morgan. I'll check that.
Didn't I'm going to use it. President of Mexico climb a part of the pre-constructed wall just to prove a point? I'm pretty sure he did, and he took pictures on there just to prove that, look, if I can do it, then everybody else can do it. So yeah, enjoy your wall. Big waste of money that it is.
They've just been doing special boat trips, haven't they?
The thing about it, though, is he's got lots of money, this kid. Why don't you just build it yourself?
Yeah, but it was the national emergency that it declared, wasn't it? Just to get it built. Which is ridiculous. I read some article that was saying about all the other presidents have declared national emergencies for this and for this and for this, and the lunatic Trump's declared it to build a wall between him and Mexico. So we've got one behind James that stops Lancashire from getting into Yorkshire. Similar sort of principle.
There's no need of that at all.
I say it.
Just because you have to emigrate every weekend.
Every Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah.
Eat my baby, I'll piff it if I can.
And then you go back home with an half-cocked Lancashire attitude and mixed in with a Yorkshire attitude. It's not our fault, you know.
Yes, Ross Vegas 7. Fuck me, Harry Potter in the middle has aged, hasn't he?
Simon, you look a lot better, mate. I think you look wonderful.
Thank you.
Top mate. Shine well.
I know how John Lennon would look.
What, dead or alive?
I said now.
With the weight he's got, it looks a lot more like Chapman. It makes no difference if my mic is any louder now because it's going to be finishing in a minute, but I don't know why I played with it.
Gail's just said...
Stop playing with it.
Gail's
Get in trouble.
Gail's just said, can I just let everyone know, anyone who won an auction item during the 24-hour stream, your information has been sent out to all for posting. Thank you, Gail. I got onto the 24-hour stream on Sunday. I had to go out with taking Helen to go and look at new cars, and I struggled to get on, and I got on the last half an hour, I think. I sat there quiet as a mouse for half an hour.
Yeah, he didn't give me any attitude. He didn't give me any attitude while we was on. He was there and he was quiet.
I've got to say something about that. I was going to come on the night time, but obviously the last live charity stream I went on, I wasn't very good on it. But no, I got the poos, so I ended up with an arsehole like a Japanese flag, a Japanese flag, and a blood orange. But I watched all of it. So in the morning, I said to Mark, my brother, I said, look, we'll go on, we'll do last bit. And it was so fantastic. We went on about 11:30ish. Brogan had just finished. And then they had me and my brother, and it was absolutely brilliant. And then we stayed on all the way till the finish. And there were about 58 of us, weren't there?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, at the end.
Absolutely fantastic. Big love to Gaily Bops. Big love to Mobro. Big love to Chris and you all did a fantastic job. And Zan. Absolutely brilliant. £7,000 raised.
We all got to feel sorry for Steve Hilliger. I mean, one eyebrow, painful.
Well, he's one of our own, isn't he, Steve is one of the most loveliest blokes in the world, and I've had the pleasure of drinking with him plenty of times. And he took half his eye out. And also Jay from the Savs, he actually did all his chest and he did his face and everything.
I saw that today. I saw it for the first time today. I felt his pain.
It just shows.
I was feeling it before she started. I was like that. Don't.
It just shows that this community, apart from the drama that happens now and again, how much we're all connected and we all stick together. And I think it's just an amazing thing.
That's it.
Captain Sexy Pants says, "Can I ask a question before you guys go?" So yes, you can. But a bit of Gaily Bops, I felt so sorry for Gaily Bops because at the end of it, she was
shattered,
struggling, wasn't she?
Yeah, shattered.
Felt so sorry for you.
Well, halfway through it, well, not halfway through it, when we first started, she come back and she looked like she'd actually cut half her hair off. I was looking on my phone and I was going to the toilet, obviously up and down as you do, and I'm sat down thinking she's bald. She hadn't. What she'd done was she'd actually dyed it and it was blonde at the front.
All right.
And then I thought, fucking hell, she's bald. Vaping with Ken, love you loads, bro. Hope you're okay, mate. But yes, it were a great stream, all of it. It was so nice, and there were some top reviewers been involved in it, so it was really, really good. Unfortunately, they've had a couple of Darren lost his hair as well. Yeah, I watched that. Unfortunately, you get them trolls as well. So poor old Chris has had a couple of them trolls, but we all support him.
So Captain Sexy Pants just says, we have access to the same vape juice and mods and whatnot, I'm assuming that means, in the UK that I have in the US?
Yeah. Mods are pretty much the same and the popular juices, but it all depends whether the juices got registered for FDA in time. And if you didn't, like me, whoops.
See, it's easy. It must be easier to ship juice to the US because all our stuff's zero nick going out that way, isn't it? All the stuff coming this way is all pre-nicked, isn't it?
Yeah. If any of you watched the open the box thing that we did with Lou, did any of you watch that where my wife were involved?
I did.
I watched it.
Sexy Pants is the man who actually started this. So you had these stuff. So on the way to you, Mr. Sexy Pants, when it actually gets back to you, you have actually got a mod and juice as well in there as well. So hope it gets across the pond to you.
Ryan's Braces says, Captain Coily, please could you say that Eat My BB should win the giveaway as he won it right. No matter how much I want it, he won it fair and square.
Do you know what? In that case, for saying that, there's now 3 winners. So for Ryan's Braces saying that.
Thank you, James. You're a gentleman.
James, thank you
Absolute
so much
gentleman.
for that. And I'll tell you what, Ryan's Braces is such. His name's Alan. He's such a lovely, lovely man.
Evidently.
He supports my brother, me, and everybody else. He's such a fantastic bloke. I love him like a brother. Thank you so much for that, mate. I do appreciate it.
Ryan, if you send me your address, I'll put the email address back in chat again. So if you send me your address, Eat My BB, Mark, I think I've got your address already, but just send it to me anyway, just in case.
Just to ask Gaily Bops, which I love you, has the stream come live yet? Are we going to get the actual stream so we can watch it back? Because there were some fantastic bits in there. You've got, you've actually got, what's his name?
Jay Hayes.
Jay Hayes doing a tap dance. You've obviously got Steve taking his eyebrow off. You've got Jay taking all his stuff off. There's some good music on there as well. It'd be lovely to watch it back. It's still processing.
You got the Jay's credit as well for the amount of money he put in at first. That's a fantastic amount.
What was that?
What?
Google wanted to start getting involved. I don't know why.
Hey Google.
Hey, don't start turning it off. It's just like my wife.
Alexa.
The best thing about it is it's the same as my wife. One finger, you're done. Pete, 1973. Yes, I want to see it again. I'll tell you, it's absolutely fantastic. Mr. Coyley, shall we call it a day?
Yes, I think so.
Are you going to go before I'm finished? What have I got to do?
Oh. No, we're forgetting it on purpose. We said we were going to do that.
I've not forgotten. Ladies and gentlemen, before we finish, we would like to give the quote of the day from the Bible of the Salford Vapor.
Well, there's two. First one's a Roman proverb. It's better to be a lion for the day than to be a lamb for 1,000 days. Right? And this next one comes from a guy called Al McGuire. He was a baseball coach. He died in about 2001. Very famous for some of the quotes he made. The only mystery in life is why kamikaze pilots wore helmets. And that's the two quotes.
Why are you there, Mr. Salford, after your wonderful comments and your from his Bible, the Salford Bible. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen. You'll be getting that next week as well. Can you say your goodbyes, please, bro? Yeah,
guys, without you in chat, we haven't got a show. Fantastic amount of people in here again. Of course, I'd like to thank James for coming on, letting us know about his juices and stuff. The wonderful Simon, even though he keeps on bullying me. And, of course, yo, he's low, bro! The man who keeps the show going as well while we have a nap. Guys, thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.
All the way over to Mr. Coyley himself.
Yes, as Salford said, thank you to everybody in chat. You've been absolutely fantastic again. I think I've been a bit better in chat, and I've not been as quiet today. I'm not as tired this week. So thank you to everybody. Thank you to all the spanners who've been looking after everything. Thank you for the wonderful James Drawbridge from the King's Collection for coming on the show. Very much appreciated, sir. Thank you to Mr. Salford, who I don't bully. Absolutely love him to bits. I do. Yes, I do. Yeah, and
I've got other people here who can testify that you bullied me.
Said that. No. Well, no. And thank you to the wonderful Aidan as well for keeping everything hanging together. The one thing I will say is we've got a few guests lined up for the next few weeks. Next week we have Mr. Nature Vape himself, Mark, coming on the show. So he's just sent me a message to confirm that. So thank you very much, Mark. We'll look forward to that. But yeah, thank you to everybody. Thank you for making it a great show. Really enjoyed it tonight. And I'll pass back to you, Aidan, to decide where you want to go next.
I would love it to go to the wonderful, our special guest from the King's Custard collection, the one and only James Drawbridge. Absolutely brilliant to have you on, brother. Thank you so much for being a guest.
Thank you so much for having us. That's the main point. And just one other thing, big up Orion's Braces and Eat My BB again. Shout out. And who's the extra winner? Who's the other winner?
Ian Morgan.
Ian Morgan, shout out. We'll get all these bits up to you. Don't forget to tell Simon which Nick shots you want, whether you want freebase Nicks or salt Nicks. We'll sort that out for you. But again, thanks. Big up the chat room as well, and thank you very much for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is absolutely a star. And when I first met him back in October at the Oxford, carry on coughing. You're all right. You there?
Dry it? Was that a dry it? Was that a dry it?
Is it through? Is it a bit
Jeez.
I'll tell you what, you never seen it. It was like Harry Potter doing a bong. What's happening there, son? You alright?
Bennett, hi. Yeah, I'm fine.
You sure?
Yeah, done. Oh.
You sure?
Yes.
We'll start that all again, shall we?
Sorry.
Big shout out to James from King's Custard Collection. Absolute fantastic bloke. When I first met him in October, we sat down and had a great chat. He's a lovely bloke and he's as genuine as he is now on camera. He's a fantastic bloke. Get over and support his company. If you've not tried his stuff, get over and try it. Absolutely fantastic. Congratulations to all the winners and thanks so much for giving the giveaway. We will get the Nightbot working eventually. Thank you. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, anybody in chat, thank you so much for making this show. You make it all the time. You spat all over your camera, by the way.
I know, I've gone all blurry.
It's a spit. Well, chat spits. He's like a llama.
I thought it was my eyes because I've not got my glasses on.
I've got my glasses on.
I'll tell you what, if you take your glasses off, it's exactly where I'm looking at. Hey, he's back, he's back. Thank you so much to everybody who is in chat. And we will see you again. Make sure you join us next week, 8 while 9 on this channel. Make sure you're here. Now, this is the point where I actually press the button, isn't it? Because I forgot that.
Here we go, jazz hands. Jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
Outro. Piss flaps.
Dirty burger.
King's custard.